Chambosana, Tapariaku. I'm Mark Corris. I'm an animal sculptor. It's time to do some sculpture. I want to get inside their skin, become the animal, really understand them. And using sketches, photographs, and clay models shaped right under their noses, I want to create life-size, amazing sculptures, capturing them in their wild state. This, fiddling with bits of clay. These are my three-dimensional sketches, where I create the basic features of a scene before turning them into full-size sculptures later on. Elephant. Probably my favourite animals on the entire planet. Charlie and I drive east for about 3 hours to Meru National Park. We're now at a much lower altitude. The heat is building up. But the drive down here has already taken up half the day, and I have elephants to find. Big elephants! The one thing I do have is a major problem with time. The rains are just beginning to build up. They could come really any day. When they come, the ground will green up hugely, quickly. Grass will grow like crazy. And the whole situation in the park will change. And wildlife will be much harder to find, to see, and particularly the elephant, because they won't have the requirement to stay near the swamps for water. And so they could just disappear into the bush and I may never find them. And as I'm after elephant, it's quite important we get them pretty soon. It's a race against time. Meru is a big place. Most of the swampy areas where elephant might hide out are in the north of the park. Even so, there are hundreds of kilometres of tracks to drive up and down. We've been given special permission to drive away from the tracks, into the bush itself. Even so, there's no sign of any elephant. It's very frustrating, but I do love the chase. Oh, there's another one, yeah. Beautiful elephant. This is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an elephant from the history books. An enormous bull with huge tusks, a poacher's dream. But of course the poachers killed off all the big elephant. Or did they? According to Charlie, there may be one or two hiding deep inside the Meru swamps. Survivors against the odds. I'm hoping that if there really are any big elephants left around here, they haven't disappeared in advance of the threatening rains. But if they are here, I find it quite amazing that such big creatures can just disappear. I'm searching for one of the fabled old bull elephants, who I've been told may be hiding out in this part of northern Kenya. So far, nothing, but we're back on the road again with a secret weapon. Lekoitip, one of Charlie's support team of Samburu tribesmen from back at the campsite. He has the sharpest eyes of any of us. There seem to be more elephants around this morning, but they're all tiddlers compared to my dream flump. The fact is, all elephants are big, but if you stood one of these against a really big bull, you'd soon see what I mean. This is the elephant I've been looking for, the elephant I've been praying to see. He's so big, he must have ivory at least 100 pounds each either side. He's probably at the prime of his life, 45 or so. He's the one that gets all the girls. His tusks are a good 100 pounds each side. Look at the cleanness of the ears. His body shape is absolutely perfect. He's a very, very fit elephant. I feel like a bit of sculpting. I thought he's about 45. Charlie reckons he's a bit older than that. But he has such a deliciously large, round tum that we're going to have to get that on him. While the image of the elephant is still fresh in my mind, I want to start modelling the basic shape. And if we're lucky enough to see him again, I'll be able to add character and hopefully capture the magic of the moment. While I have the chance, I'm going to add some of his personality to my sculpture. There's a nick in his ear. Just about here. In fact, I've decided to name this elephant after my father. From now on, he's Morris. Well, how'd you like that? He is a shy old boy. But is it any wonder? He knows there are people, poachers, out there who would harm him. Myself, I couldn't ever contemplate taking the life of such a magnificent animal, or indeed any animal. The only thing I have in common with the old hunters are the tracking skills. I'm just lucky enough to be able to get in there, get in close, and my trophy isn't a set of ivory, but a sculpture. The old hunters would rate Morris very highly. Not only is he big, but each of his tusks weighs over 100 pounds, without doubt, maybe 105. And that's big for this day and age, when poachers have killed off so many of the big elephants. But a few hundred yards from camp, there's a big surprise. Standing there on the track in front of us, it's Morris. I just don't believe it. He doesn't seem at all spooked. Not like before. We keep our distance for a while, but he stays put. Not hiding, not moving away. Other elephants from the bachelor herd are lurking in the bushes, but it's Morris I'm interested in. He is a fantastic bull. I was supposed to be going home. I packed up all my previous work, but I can't resist starting another sculpture. It doesn't matter if I finish it. I have big plans for Morris. Yes. How gentle a giant can be. There's no doubt Morris knew I was there. He knew he was safe, and he left in the most gentle, kind way you can imagine. Amazing tusks, the gentle lip, and that trunk he raised when he said goodbye. Of course, he's not the same colour as Morris, because he's made of plaster, but at some point in the future I hope to cast him in bronze and make him the same colours we saw him in Meru. In Africa, it is practically impossible to see how big Morris really is. But by sculpting him life-size, we can.